What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to talk about and be the owner of some real deal silver. Speaking of silver, in today's video, I wanted to primarily focus on silver and whether or not I think right now is the time to buy, the right time to buy silver. And I'm not just talking about from my personal opinion from somebody that loves silver and enjoys stacking silver and is a hobbyist when it comes to the coins. I want to talk about logically, objectively speaking, is now the right time to buy. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. Now, 4 super quick things before we fully dive into the video and start talking about the silver. Really quick, if you haven't already, make sure to get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack right now on Amazon. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you would like to get started, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so, and they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to learn and navigate on the app. Side note, I do want to take 3 people before the end of the month, help them learn about the stock market, and help kickstart their investment portfolio. So if you want to be one of the 3, please reach out. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, currency sleeves, mini lock boxes, microscopes, the list goes on, any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. Okay, so in today's video, I wanted to talk about silver and whether or not I think right now is the right time to buy. I'm also going to be talking about gold and covering the same topic, whether or not I think gold right now, do I think it's the right time to buy? So first things first, let's talk about the spot price of both of the precious metals, the spot price of silver and the spot price of gold as I'm recording this video. Now, I'm filming this video a little bit in advance. As I'm recording, it is Wednesday, April 16th, 2025. I believe this video is going to be coming out on Friday the 18th. But the spot price of silver, as I'm recording the video, is $32.72. The spot price of gold, as I'm recording the video, is $3,337.80. So, just to put things into perspective, gold just recently cracked the 3.3K an ounce mark, reaching a brand new all-time high, while silver recently hit a 12-year high and has pulled back a little bit since in recent weeks. So right now, coming from the perspective of someone that loves the precious metals, that is interested in and fascinated by and excited about the precious metals, both silver and gold. Obviously, from my angle, if you want to know my opinion, which might be a little bit biased here because of how excited I am about the coins, it's a hobby of mine. It's something that I enjoy, it's something that I like to talk about, it's something that I like to acquire more of, and it's something that I just simply like to look at. So yeah, it's for long-term wealth preservation purposes, but for me, even more so, it's a hobby. It's something that I like, something that excites me. So if you want to know my opinion, which might be a little bit biased here, of course I'm going to say it's the right time to buy. It's never the wrong time to buy. But from a more logical, objective approach, taking a step out of my own shoes and just looking at things for what they are, do I think right now is the time to be converting your dollar bills, your fake fiat glorified IOU debt note dollar bills, taking these and trading them for the beautiful yellow metal, gold, do I think now is the right time? I don't know. I kind of want to say no. The reason for that is because ordinarily, regardless of the asset class at hand, whether it be real estate, whether it be the stock market, whether it be precious metals, or whether it be something else, ordinarily, people don't typically recommend buying into something at an all-time high. You don't want to buy at the top. Of course, you can buy at the top, and then it can just keep on going, which means now there's a new top, and it can keep on going from there as well, of course. But ordinarily, people don't typically recommend buying when the headlines are talking about brand new all-time high, it hit a new all-time high, all-time high, all-time high. That's usually not the time to buy. Typically, the best time to buy is when you're buying as a contrarian, taking the contrarian approach, which is kind of like rooting for the underdog, I like to say. So when everybody's hyped up and excited about silver, when everybody's hyped up and excited about stacking silver, buying the coins, the rounds, the bars, oh my God, silver's taking off, silver's doing this, silver's doing that, silver's doing this, silver's doing that. That might be a more opportune time to buy some gold. If silver's the one really taking off, gold is probably on the rise as well, but if silver's the one really going through the roof, and you look at the percentages, I mean, let's go back to the spot price as I'm recording the video. I shared what the spot price is, but look at the percent that silver's up for the day, 1.36%, while gold is up 3.37%. And that's kind of been the trend lately. Both precious metals have been moving in an upward direction. Yes, silver has seen a little bit of a pullback, but this entire year so far, the precious metals have been moving in an upward direction. Percentage-wise, gold is doing a little bit better. So right now, when the headlines are, gold hit a new all-time high. I mean, gold hit a new all-time high, what, like 6 or 7 times this year so far? Gold is on the move. Gold is doing things right now. Meanwhile, silver, yeah, people were hyped up and excited because it reached a 12-year high, but it's nowhere near its all-time high. And plus, it's seen a little bit of a pullback. It's down a few dollars, according to the spot price. It's down a few dollars from where it was when it hit that 12-year high. So now that everybody's freaking out and excited about and talking about gold, posting about gold, talking about gold, asking questions about gold, the Google searches related to gold, people freaking out, jumping up and down, cheering for gold, buying into gold, driving the price up even more on gold. Not a whole lot of people are talking about silver. I mean, those of us who have always been talking about silver are still talking about silver, but silver's not the one making the headlines right now. Right now, it's gold. Meanwhile, silver, yeah, it's up a little bit for the day. It's definitely up quite a bit for the year so far, year to date. But it has seen a little bit of a pullback, and it's not getting a tremendous amount of coverage. It's not getting an immense amount of attention at this time. The eyeballs are on gold. The eyeballs are on the beautiful yellow metal. So what would the contrarian approach be? At this time, it would be silver. Not to mention, I personally believe, and many people, millions of people, believe that silver is extraordinarily undervalued right now, like painfully undervalued. And it's been for a long time. That's what we believe. So when something is undervalued, similar to other asset classes, would it be a bad idea to buy a small rental property? Maybe, I don't know, a fourplex, a duplex, or even a single family home? Would it be even a plot of land? Would it be a bad time to buy a piece of real estate at an undervalued price? I don't think anybody in the world would say that's a bad idea. What about the stock market? What if you have the opportunity to get your hands on a decent amount of shares of one of the strongest, most powerful, most high potential, high reward, life-changing, world-changing companies at an extremely undervalued price. Would anybody say that that's a bad idea? Nobody with any form of intelligence would say that that's a bad idea. So very similar could be said about silver. Silver, I personally believe, is extremely undervalued at this time. $32 and change. And again, I am filming this video in advance. Who knows what the spot price is going to be by the time this video is released to the public, which, by the way, you can watch all of my videos early in the Precious Metals VIP Club. If you're not already a member, please consider becoming a member. A link to that will be in the description. And it's off of YouTube, which means you don't have to deal with any YouTube ads. Plus, I post exclusive content over there as well sometimes. Link in the description. Join the Precious Metals VIP Club. But by the time this video comes out, it may no longer be $32 and whatever cents. Maybe it still will be. Maybe it'll be up a little bit. Maybe it'll have cracked the $33 an ounce mark. Or who knows? Maybe it declined a little bit and it fell below $32 into the $31 an ounce range. Who knows? Either way, regardless of what silver does, up, down, or sideways, in the short term, right now, where it's at, or in the range of where it's at, I consider to be an extremely undervalued price. Which is one of the main reasons I prioritize, and for the last 7 years, I have prioritized silver over gold. And as a result, fast forwarding from start date to present day, the downside is I am incredibly weak on gold. My personal gold to silver ratio is like nowhere near the current gold to silver ratio, which is 1 to, I think, 102 at this time, which is insane, by the way. That's a crazy gold to silver ratio. Mine isn't anywhere close to that. Mine is far worse. The amount of silver I have compared to the amount of gold that I have, I don't even know what my personal gold to silver ratio is, but I know for an absolute fact it is nowhere close to that. It is miles and miles and miles away from that. I'm personally very weak on gold. I have my fair share of gold. I have a little variety of 10th ounce gold coins right here. I have 10th ounce gold eagles and maples locked away. I have a 1/4 ounce gold coin. I have a little 1 gram gold bar, but I don't have the most impressive gold stack. I'm fairly satisfied with the amount of silver that I've picked up in the last 7 years, and I plan on picking up plenty more over the next 7 years. So no, I'm not done. There's still plenty of room for growth, and I want to acquire as much as I possibly can for ideally the lowest possible dollar bill price tag amount. But I can honestly and humbly say that I have quite a bit of silver. And the amount of silver that I have compared to the amount of gold that I have, personally, I'm not really thrilled with. I'm thrilled with the silver side of things, but zooming out and really thinking about it, I'm very weak on gold, and I'm not thrilled about that. So moving forward, what do I plan on doing? I plan on continuing to prioritize silver over gold at this time, but I do want to put a little bit more of an emphasis on gold moving forward. I do want to pick up some gold at a slightly higher rate or faster pace than I had in the past, and I think I'm going to be going with larger denominations of gold. See, currently my largest denomination of gold is 1/4 ounce gold coins. That's the biggest I've gone. Go big or go home. I went home, I guess, because that's not that large of a denomination. I think from here on out, I'm probably going to be getting 1 ounce gold coins. Now, obviously, not on a regular basis. By the time I save up enough currency to acquire a 1 ounce gold coin, that's going to take quite a bit of time in between 1 ounce gold coins. I mean, the spot price of gold right now, $3,300, which means to get a little 1 ounce gold coin, you're going to get one for like probably close to $3,400. That's not exactly an everyday or even an every week purchase. And if it is for you, God bless you. You're in good financial shape. I'm personally not there. Not yet. Maybe one day. But right now, I can't get an ounce of gold every week. I can't even get an ounce of gold every month. I don't even know if I can get one every quarter of the year. And the main reason for that is because I have other financial priorities with leftover currency. I'm not talking about bills and stuff like that. I'm not talking about keeping a roof over my head and food in the fridge and my car on the road. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that disposable income that many of us convert into the beautiful white metal. See, I have other priorities when it comes to stuff like that. I prioritize silver over gold. So yeah, the space in between 1 ounce gold coins is spaced out way more than it would be if I were all in on gold. But above wealth preservation, I actually prioritize wealth building. I'm investing my dollars. I'm putting my dollars to work. I'm looking to grow my wealth. I'm looking to become wealthier. See, you can't turn to precious metals as a form of wealth preservation when you don't have any or much wealth to preserve just yet. I'm still young. I've barely even scratched the surface. I'm just getting started over here. So no, wealth preservation is not my primary focal point at this time. I am still regularly picking up silver. Well, not for the next couple of weeks. I'm still trying to bounce back from a recent setback that I had. But once I do make my bounce back and I start regularly picking up silver again, or regularly getting back into the precious metals again, yeah, I'm going to be prioritizing silver over gold. I think right now it makes a whole lot more sense to prioritize silver over gold, for a variety of different reasons, as I've explained throughout the course of this video so far. The gold to silver ratio is not in our favor to convert silver into gold just yet. It's 1 to about 102 right now, which tells me one thing: focus on the silver. Reason for that is because right now it takes approximately 102 ounces of silver to trade for 1 ounce of gold. That's what the gold to silver ratio is about. How much silver does it take to equal an ounce of gold? Right now, about 102. Well, what happens if the spot price of silver, or actually, let me paint a different picture. Let's just say you have 102 ounces of silver right now. That's your whole stack, 102 ounces of silver. Right now, if you really wanted to, you can trade your stack for a 1 ounce gold coin, round or bar. Now, let's just say you let another year or two go by, or however much time goes by, 6 months, 4 years, whatever. Put whatever time frame on it that you want. And all you have is that 102 ounces of silver. You haven't gotten any more, you haven't sold any, you kept that 102. Time has gone by, and now the gold to silver ratio is 1 to 51 instead of 1 to 102. With the same amount of silver that you had initially, it takes half the amount of silver to acquire an ounce of gold now. See, when the ratio was 1 ounce of gold to 102 ounces of silver, it would have taken all 102 ounces of silver to trade for that 1 ounce of gold. Now that the ratio gap is closed in, 1 to 51, now it only takes 51 ounces of silver to trade for an ounce of gold. And you could make that trade. And guess what you would have? You would have an ounce of gold and still 51 ounces of silver, because you only had to trade half rather than the entire lot. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope I painted that picture correctly for everybody. And I hope everybody can see what I'm talking about here. Which is why I say the gold to silver ratio is not in our favor if you're looking to trade silver to acquire gold, rather than trading your dollar bills for gold. Trade your dollar bills for silver when the spot price is low. Trade some, not all, not half, not most, but some, silver for gold when the ratio gap closes in. See, that's kind of like the order of operations that I kind of came up with. Now, I've never traded any of my silver for gold. I've traded a lot of my dollars for silver, and I've traded a little bit of my dollars for some gold over the years. And that's mainly for diversification purposes. I would much rather trade a little bit of silver for some gold than to trade any amount of dollars for gold. I would rather, since I'm already trading my time for dollars, I would rather trade my dollars for silver than gold. And I would rather trade my silver for gold than dollars for gold, if that makes sense. See, it goes from step 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Trade your time for dollars. Trade your dollars for silver. Rinse and repeat. Step 1, step 2, step 1, step 2, step 1, step 2, as the gold to silver ratio gap closes in, which I believe it will. And we have seen it close in, not to a point where it's really in our favor, but we have seen it close in. When that gold to silver ratio gap closes in, I can move on to step 3. So you did step 1 and step 2. You trade your time for dollars, dollars for silver. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now 3 opens up, and you have the opportunity to trade some or however much silver for gold. Now you're on step 3. And guess what? Whatever the gold to silver ratio does next, whatever spot price chooses to do next, whatever's going on in the world and how it's affecting the precious metals market, whatever goes on next, you can prioritize step 1, 2, or 3, depending on what's going on. Now, personally, I can't imagine a world where I would ever go from step 3 to step 2. See, if the gold to silver ratio gap closes in, you trade silver for gold, and then the gap widens back up again. A lot of people, I've spoken to a lot of people, I know of a lot of people that have traded gold for an immense amount of silver. That opportunity is there. I can't see myself doing that, though. To me, that makes sense for a lot of people. I don't know if that would make sense for me. Once I go from silver to gold, even if there's a big opportunity there, I really wouldn't be able to see myself going from gold back to silver. I would rather move up, not down, even if an opportunity is there. It's a little too back and forth for me. I don't think I would do that. I think I would just hang on to the gold and probably look to acquire more. And if that ratio gap widens back up after I traded some silver for gold, and I have the opportunity to trade gold for silver, I don't think I would do it. I think I would just go back to focusing on trading my dollars for silver, wait for the gap to tighten back up, and then trade that silver back for more gold. That's how I would do things. And what's step 4, by the way? Potentially, this can vary for a lot of people. I think step 4 is something on a completely different level. I think step 4 is different for a lot of people, and I think for a lot of people, step 4 might not even exist. Step 4 might be pass it down to your kids or grandkids. For me personally, what I would be interested in doing is trading gold for land. That's what I would like to do. That's my step 4. Step 4 for somebody else could be fund your retirement. Step 4 is something different for everybody. But step 1 is the same across the board. Step 2 is the same across the board. Step 3 is the same across the board. Step 4 is the only thing that's different. See, for me, real estate, land, multifamily homes, get my first duplex, a rental property, generate some cash flow, which, guess what, can bring us back to step 1, and the cycle continues. Imagine rental income cash flow, aka, for me, silver flow. Take that rental income, those dollar bills, and trade it for more silver. Gap closes in. Trade more silver for more gold. Opportunity opens up. Trade more gold for more property. More property typically means more cash flow, more silver flow, and the cycle continues. Obviously, in a perfect world, there will be obstacles, there will be hurdles, there will be setbacks. The ratio might not always be in your favor. You're obviously never, ever going to be able to time everything perfectly. The second you buy at the bottom, it goes even lower. The second you sell at the top, it goes even higher. There's no way to time it perfectly. You have to be right every single time, which is impossible. No one's ever had it right every single time, which is why I encourage people to attack an opportunity when an opportunity presents itself. It doesn't matter if Bob or Joe or Nancy says that, now, no, do this instead or do that instead or it's not the right time. No, it is the right time. If an opportunity presents itself, hop on it, regardless of what it is. Now, an opportunity, similar to what I just said about step 4, an opportunity might be something different for everybody. See, right now, spot price being about in the $32 range, premiums aren't nearly as absurd as they were a few years ago. You can get yourself some silver $2-3 over spot, which I know is still a little bit on the steeper side, especially if you were somebody like me that was stacking silver pre-COVID, back when premiums were only like $1, $1.25, $1.50 over spot. Yeah, it's a little on the steeper side, but it's a whole lot better than it was 4 or 5 years ago. $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 premiums. No, thank you. I'll take a $3 premium. I'll take a $2 premium over a $10 premium. Especially with a little bit of a pullback that we've seen. Silver was just $34, $35. Now it's $32. A little bit of a pullback, not a tremendous dip, but a little bit of a pullback. A little bit of an opportunity as far as I'm concerned. Plus the premiums aren't too crazy. Might be a good time. And I think it is. That's my opinion. That's my perspective. And I'd love to know what you guys think. Right now, everything that I shared in today's video, you agree? Do you disagree with anything that I said? Do you think right now at this time, is the right time to buy? I can't think of anybody who would say that now's the right time to sell. Maybe gold, if you're interested in going back to fiat. I don't see a point in doing that, though. Don't go that far back. But what are your thoughts? Is right now the right time to buy silver? And or is right now the right time to buy gold? Do you think now is the time? At an all-time high. The 6th or 7th all-time high this year so far. You think right now is the right time to buy gold at the top? Not to say it can't go any higher. I believe it will go higher. I believe it's going to go way higher. But it's currently at the top. Before it reaches a new high, obviously. But currently it's at a new all-time high. Do you think it's the right time to buy gold at an all-time high? Or do you think it's a better idea to buy silver after a little bit of a pullback following a 12-year high? Not even an all-time high, a 12-year high. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 super quick things as we wrap up the video. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new "It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day" t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave the affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you'd like to get started, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so, first and foremost. But they also make it really easy for a new investor to actually start investing because of how simple it is to navigate on the app and learn. Side note, like I said earlier, I am looking to help 3 people before the end of the month learn about the stock market and help them kickstart their investment portfolios. So if you want to be one of the 3, please reach out. I'll help you out. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, currency sleeves, microscopes, the list goes on. Any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Right now, with the current spot price of silver and gold, with the current gold to silver ratio, is now the right time to buy the silver, or is now the right time to buy the gold? Or potentially both. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.